Good morning, everybody. This is Damon Bond of Bond Realty Group, licensed real estate broker in the state of Connecticut and New York. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. Hope everybody's doing well. If you have any questions, you always email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. Or you always give me a call or text. That's my business line, 203-394-8123. 203-394-8123. Welcome to Real Talk, where we discuss real estate issues that may be important to you, or if not important to you, someone that that it may be important to. You can pass information. If you like it. You can share the information, share the wealth. Just want everybody to be educated, real estate purchasers in some capacity. All right. Wow, there was a storm last night brewing in southeastern Connecticut. I don't know how it was in Westchester, but it was thundering and lightning, real thing. I mean, it was lightning so bad that you could see outside. It was very, very bright, and that thunder was something I haven't heard thunder like that in a while. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to continue our discussion that we had before, where we were talking about black economic empowerment, black economic development through real estate. And the last segment, I focused more on, residential, acquiring residential property for yourself or your family, in addition to the property that you may have already owned. If not, then you should certainly start off with that. And we were just talking about that. Today, I want to focus on the commercial aspect of it, and what we can do as black people to generate wealth, that wealth both for our neighborhood, all right, and for our family. Because let's face it, whether you like it or not, we are together. We are in a situation together in a society, and certainly, we must come together as black folk. We must come together so we could prosper and survive. This is what other groups have done. Other groups ensure that they survive economically, financially, and they do this. So I want to focus on the commercial aspect. A couple things here. It's interesting how black women, they love doing their hair, and sisters, you look beautiful, you look great. The nails, they want to keep up themselves and whatnot. But yet, there are no hair care stores, black-owned hair care stores in our neighborhoods. All right, there's no black or very few black nail salons. The only thing we have is the African braid shops, which is good and everything like that. But in terms of serving, hair care products and whatnot, we don't have that, and that's a shame. Sisters should have that on a lockdown. As much as we love to eat, black folks love to eat, we don't have any black-owned businesses in many neighborhoods, that cater to us. So the bottom line is we need to cater to us. And this is important, especially in this day and age, because as you can see, as you witness, major companies that we frequent and we go to, they threaten to call the cops on us because there's no respecting us. You see this happen at Taco Bell, where the sister in Florida was trying to order something, and they threatened to call the cops on her. We've seen it happen in Starbucks, which is infamous. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. That's why we must develop our own, and it's something we can do. Because the thing with us is, what I find, and this is just anecdotally speaking, but a lot of times we wait till it's too late, right? Other people see the value. Outsiders see the value of your community, and that's something that we should see. So if you're in Bridgeport, Connecticut, right, develop Bridgeport. Develop your own hood. We're tempted to go to, let's say, to Fairfield or Trumbull and do something there. All right. If you are in Mount Vernon, develop your hood. Develop your so-called hood. You don't have to go to, let's say, Scarsdale or Chappaqua. All right. You can do what's in your hood. So these are just some small examples I'm talking about, because what ultimately happens is other individuals will come in, they see what you have, and it may be raggedy, right? It may be broke, but they fix and they take care of it because it's theirs, all right? And there's no reason why we can't do. So as a community, you can say, hey, listen, or you yourself, if you have some funds and whatnot, say, listen, I want to establish a coffee shop. If you want to establish a coffee shop, because we drink coffee tomorrow, I want to establish a breakfast spot. There's no reason why a couple of brothers and sisters come together and say, okay, well, here, let's purchase a building, let's get it up. Now, I'm not in the coffee business. I'm not in the, breakfast sandwich business, right? But you know what? I know somebody who is. So here's what we're going to do. all right, you make an investment. This is what an investment is. Investment is a return on your money. So you make an investment in that aspect, right? You say, okay, yeah, we need plumbers in the neighborhood. We need electricians, right? So I'll buy the building, right, and whatnot. And there's things you can do. So what I'm saying is the possibilities are boundless if we act on it, because like I said, it's very, very imperative, and we don't think in terms of that long-term stuff. A lot of us, as black people, are focused, unfortunately, the so-called middle-class black people, is send our sons and daughters to go to college, to get a degree, to work for somebody else, which is fine. I'm not knocking that, but we don't think in terms of, okay, what can we do to stretch our money, right? So my son and daughter is going to college, right? I don't have any wealth to leave them, but I want them to be able to leave something to their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren. This is how all things, get started, just from that idea, just from real estate. And real estate is something that we can all do. This is what Fred Trump did, Donald Trump's father, okay? Donald Trump got his money through Fred Trump, who started that, and he passed it down to his son, right? So say what you will about Trump, because there's plenty of things you can say, but that's the thing. So his family made sure he was taken care of in that regard. And there's something we all can do. We have examples in our own community. You look at Don Peoples, for example. Don Peoples is one of the wealthiest, individuals in America, black or white, and he did establish a real estate empire, right? So it can be done. I'm not saying you have to be on Don Peoples levels, but there's certain things that we can do to promote economic development and stimulation in our community, right? These are all things that can be done. Just sit down, talk to your neighbor, see what you could do, rub two nickels together, right? That person can rub two quarters together, they can rub two dimes together, right? This is what can be done if we just take the time to do it. So this something was just irking me to do, because like I said before, I want to see us prosper as a people. I want to see you and your family prosper, as a family. And this is something that we all can do. We don't have to go all out. Just little steps we could do. Putting some money together. And one thing that our Caribbean brothers and sisters do, and also African brothers and sisters do, they have something that's called a draw, or something called a pardon. And basically, this is where a group of people, right? It could be small, it could be big, but we'll say like 15 people, right? That's a decent size. Every week they'll contribute money. They'll put in $100, let's say, right? Every week they'll put in $100, and the whole premise is this: you put in that money, and then you draw out that money. So that's money that you get. So, for example, let's say you have 15 circles, right? Let's say I start first. I want to get mine last. So put $100, right? So after a while, you get like $10,000. It depends on how big it is, right? And I used to do this, right? And you would get like $10,000, sometimes $5,000, $8,000, depending on the amount, because the $100 is arbitrary. It could be $200 a week. It could be $50 a week, right? But that's what you do. And a lot of our Caribbean brothers and sisters, black brothers and sisters from the Caribbean and from the continent, were able to buy real estate property that way, right? This is how they took care of it. They were to buy, their first business that way, first storefront that way, and this is how it was done. And it's really, really something that is useful, and it's based on a system of trust. And so this is something exactly we can do. We can do that same thing, everybody, not just our brothers and sisters from one part of the diaspora, all right, but all black people can do this. So don't tell me it can't be done. They don't do any loans, right? They don't do any banks or anything like this. I mean, they could for certain things, but for the most part, this is how they get things done. It's an excellent way of generating, income. And so I encourage us to look into something like that. This is, and to a lesser extent, even other groups like the Indians and Arabs, they do this as well. All right. This is how they're able to get them taxi medallions in New York City, which costs a fortune. This is how they're able to buy the liquor stores and gas stations and 7-Eleven, right? So when there's a will, there's a way. All right. We just have to determine how important it is to you. So hope this is informational for you. Please like if you like it. Please, I'll take all, any questions you have. Please email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. You can always give me a call, 203-394-8123, 203-394-8123. I will return all phone calls, texts, and emails. So it's been real. This is Damon Bond, the Bond Realty Group, licensed real estate broker in the states of Connecticut and New York. Hope everybody stay dry, stay well, and please, most importantly, stay safe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.